Hey y'all, I think we're live.
Hello.
Say hi to Maija. I think many of you probably know her, but
Oh,
you want to give a little
hello.
piece out to yourself and who you are.
I'm Maya from Maya's Tarot. I am also a tarot reader. I tend to read, preferably, or if I had my druthers, to read on crime cases, but um, I also find great interest in reading on, political cases as well as like weird, the most weirdest shit that you can, we'll probably get that you can think of. I say, why not? But I think there's so much out there that we don't understand, and that we are capable of understanding, and it's good exercise for us to utilize our, you know, intuition.
Use their intuition. Yeah,
Hmm.
like I was saying earlier, behind the scenes there, it's great to expand our genre within our own psyche
We
and
need to, you know what? You know what? We'll get stale. It's like anybody doing something over and over again. You need to stretch your other muscles. You need to
yeah, there you go. Good point.
really.
Stretch
It's
your
like you
muscles.
need to work out the other parts of your mind. Yet that there's so much, and that takes a while. And just like what we were talking about, how when you're trying to read, discernment is key, and holding
Mhm.
back sometimes is necessary. So,
That yeah, that helps our interpretations of cards and situations, and you grow every time you do a different type of reading.
oh yeah, that's the fun part of it. It's like, oh man, that was a kick in the teeth, but I loved it. I guess we're sadists or masochists for the tarot. Um, but yeah, no, I love it because I think it's really helped me through a lot of rough times where I was going through depression and anxiety. Oh my God, it really helped me through that. And just even shuffling the cards when I couldn't think straight was very handy. So I am very grateful for them, and I love reading them. I do it every day.
Excellent. What's your husband doing right now?
Oh God, let's see. He was going to go swimming. He has, and right now with the we're on the West Coast,
Hmm.
so uh, our little town's public pool. We're near San Francisco, but we're not. We're outside of it. But since COVID, they've just reopened it, and so there's this whole change in process about how you can go use the pool, and now you get your own lane to yourself, but it's all change. So he's just happy to get back in the pool. So he's out there swimming.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah.
So,
He's
like,
swimming off his beer belly.
well, what we're thinking about maybe doing is, I think it's um, probably because of my daughter. Because I asked my daughter before Christmas, what do you really want for Christmas?
Hmm.
And she goes, Dad, I really want a kayak. I'm like, a kayak?
Yeah.
And, and she's like, yeah, I want a kayak. Because they like, her and her friends like to go down the river and they would always rent kayaks and
Actually, that's what I
canoes.
want to do. I want to do it too. They do it out here, and they will, like around Monterey Bay and stuff. But I kind of want to do it, even
Yeah,
though
I
I'm just
mean it's good exercise and whatnot, but what they like to do, of course, is um, go on the river and just get drunk.
yeah, yeah. Well, then
They had their coolers and they'd be laughing and giggling and stopping at the little beach areas or whatever they can and pound away. But
it was good fun back in the
so
day.
now we're deciding if we want to get our own kayaks yet. My
No,
lady and I, so we double kayak once in a while.
dude, I would.
And you can go down. We got a little in town. There's a little lake. So you can paddle on the lake and you
Go
can
out there and just paddle around.
yeah, you go fishing. You fishing in them too, and
You're outside, you're getting some vitamin, deep finally from, this COVID and the weather that we've all had. And,
And kayaking, you don't have to worry about being indoors and COVID or anything. You just soak it up and have a little fun.
yeah, and totally. I think it totally clears your head. I would love to go do that. There's a lot of that out here. I don't want to go out on the open ocean.
That might be a little different. I think I need something a little bigger than a kayak.
Scary. That's friggin' scary. I have been taken out surfing, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Jaws scenario. You go out and you're like, I think we need a bigger boat.
There are whites out here too, so they are seeing. One of my surfer friends said, "Oh yeah, I never forgot seeing a great white just throwing the seal around in its mouth, and it was just seemed so sadistic." And she was just like, she goes, "I think he enjoyed it," and I'm like, calm down, girl. But she had a sixth sense that he enjoyed doing that to them. And I'm like, man, come on. But she goes all the time, and I'm like, I can't put it out of my mind, especially after hearing those tales now. So I went out a few times with him, but I can't do it anymore, even though I'm disabled because my neck is more messed up than I thought. But it's fun and it's good, and I would love to go like kayaking. Yeah, that would be good, like around Monterey Bay out here. That would be nice.
Yeah. All you need is your arms for that. Sit and enjoy.
Yeah.
And life jacket, of course.
Yeah. And hoping that my husband doesn't get tired of me and like flip my. I'm just kidding. I'm very dark sense of humor.
You look at Honey and go, honey, you are going to save me, right?
Yeah. Yeah, as he
I'll be extra special to you.
As he sets me in the canoe full of cement or the kayak full of cement. Just kidding.
So,
we tease like that.
Yeah, that's great. So anyway, we want to get back to the people here. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's a blessing to have you. Love and light to all. So what we wanted to do today is a sad case going on that two young boys are missing. If you haven't seen it, Orin and Orson West, they're 3 and 4 years old from California. We're going to look at that later. So we want to do something like that to expand our minds, and maybe everyone that may know the case could help out with little hints, and maybe we can hopefully solve what's going on or whatever.
Yeah.
But the first one, it was a question posed on community for Sunday, but I thought this would be good to talk about. Is the question was, what do you think happens when you cross over and you go into heaven or whatever, and you do your life review? And what happens? What do you do? What happens? Is there a drastic change? Do you feel enlightenment? Do you feel fear? And I thought, well, that'd be a good question to pose with Maija, since we were going on, instead of doing on Sunday coffee or something else.
Yes.
I thought it'd be nice to do something inspiring and positive, not just one sad cold case going on right now.
Right. It's good to have a balance.
And
it's such a tough thing to, and concern is there. So, but it's
right.
You gotta have a shift. You have to have your other light question. I firmly believe in that, because that's more close to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Not everything is all dark.
And a lot of people have talked about it. I was mentioning earlier about the fabulous work of Dolores Cannon, that all the information she's got in the books, and there's many psychics that have their opinions and feelings of this. And I think I've seen Sterling and Linda talk about it, the life review, and the passing and how that works. Hey, Shield means Witch Tarot. Thank you.
Oh, hello.
Subscriber, you. saying hey.
I'm
Good luck.
just saying, hmm, I'm
You gotta
just,
like those long names.
I'm just trying to
Shield
see.
Maidens Witches Tarot. Hey
Oh, there
girl.
we go. Oh yeah. Okay. I see it now. Just wanted to make sure my comments are like scrolling properly, making sure
Yeah,
I'm in the right.
sometimes my freeze too, but right now
Yeah,
everything's good.
it's been so buggy lately. Um, so in looking at what happens, I can tell you that I've had I've nearly died a number of times, unfortunately, um, more than once. There was, of course, the accident that I was in and losing consciousness, and then there's been dreams that have come to me of where I'm being shown another life, of where I'm like I'm being no, given to know this was me in another life. Whether I want to believe it or not is really not an option because it's just given to me and I can feel it all. I can um, feel that personality or that identity. And
Hmm.
I have had dreams where I've had a few of those, but it's nothing I can summon or bring on. This is something that the universe has just shown me. And I have to, it's nothing that I toy with or I can, I mean, like, I'll look at this absolutely with the cards, but I'm just saying, I am under no illusion that I can command,
Right.
because of what they showed me. But yeah, for me, because of my own dreams, and I am a skeptic despite the fact that I've had stuff that's way out crazy happen to me. And I know it can happen, but my jaded little mind will be always, this logic trots up first, you know, uh,
Hmm.
and susses out whether, intuition needs to come in as well. And usually, of course, you want both. But I'm feeling that when we look at this, we can experience stuff that you can come to us even through dreams. And I can tell you both through physical experience of coming actually close to dying a few times, and then dreaming about being shown this stuff that I believe for me, well, it exists. And it
Hmm.
does feel very different. In the dream that I was shown a particular myself as a particular person, I was I arrived at my awareness. I was going through like a tree line. To me, this represents a sort of a boundary between lives, or a boundary between, I'm sorry, like realms, um, after death.
Hmm.
And it was a real natural area, and it was like Shasta or something, but in Technicolor. And every plant, everything was so alive. I mean, it was just like incredible, vibrant and alive. And it was scary because I could feel the holiness, that there was something very peculiar about this environment that was different from where I had been. And I didn't know where I was, but there was mountains that were in the horizon directly in front of me. And there was a big lake, and I was surrounded by all this natural, beautiful, like redwood, alpine kind of forest. And when I was looking out at this lake and this mountain, then I noticed this light come out of the clouds, and I thought, oh, something big's going to happen. And it did. And I just looked down at the water really quickly. Something told me to look down at the water really quickly and take a look and see how I looked at my physical feature. I saw my reflection as a man, and I was just like, what? You know, but he was good looking, so I thought that's all right. And and it was he had died. I don't even know how, but they were just showing me, like I said, and I could feel him, and I could also then separate from him. So it was just this very strange experience. And then I go back into like kind of being him, and I feel myself go into this fetal like position, and I'm being sucked up this white channel of light, and it sounds like jet turbines. and it's like ring, and I'm going up through space. It's all dark around me, and and that's where it ends. I'm just going up to this place that I know is of all knowledge, and it's going to be very bright. I know it's going to have light, and I am just being transported from one place to another. And
Mhm.
I woke up, and that's all they wanted me to know. So it was like, okay,
It's
you know,
probably times. It's probably in times that you're questioning things. You know, the purpose of life, or you're afraid of a death, or maybe someone passed, or whatever. It's like I seen in a dream, which I believe was the exact time my grandfather passed.
oh, I'm sure.
Because after my dream was over, my sister called me a minute later. Grandpa passed. I'm like, oh my God. You
Yeah.
know,
And
and I seen him, and he was like 30 years younger. And then I seen like a party going on and a whole bunch of people, but they looked translucent.
yeah.
And he just walked right past me. He had his Sunday's best on, but he wasn't 93. He was like in his 63.
And hell no.
He looked dapper, and it's like he looked like my sense is that he looked like the person he felt he is. What he
Where he felt really good.
Where he felt in a good place. Like, this is how I look.
Yeah.
Right now I'd probably go back to 35, not 53, right?
Same here. It'd be
Yeah.
like, are you kidding?
And then he just smiled and walked by me. I tried to talk to him, but he just walked by me. And then I turned around, and all of a sudden the group of people opened up, and there my grandma, who passed 30 some years earlier, steps out. And
Wow.
they had this meeting, and they hugged and kissed, and there was joy and people smiling, and then they just turned around and looked at me, and they all waved.
Oh, that's
And all
beautiful.
of a sudden I seen this rainbow colors open up to the sky, and they all just went
Oh
up
man.
into this like white portal, and then just closed up. And that was my dream. And then, like, literally a minute later, my sister called me, grandpa passed. And this was like 4 in the morning.
Oh my God. I
And,
totally believe it.
it's like, you just know it's okay after
Yeah.
those things. And this is what happens, and I think that's why we get some of those dreams sometimes, when we're pondering, or you have a loss, or you're wondering.
Yeah. And sometimes even when I'm not wondering, this has been going on for me since and I think for a lot of us since childhood. I think a lot of us can look at that. A lot of us that now are interested in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and working on our skills. But um, I very that started then, and it's just been really strong. And it's kind of like I never really knew what I was going to do with that,
Mm-hmm.
the weird dreams and all of that. And I still didn't ever really dawn on me once I got the cards. I mean, um, like, what am I supposed to do? Read the cards, dummy. Just read the
Just
cards.
read the cards, right?
Yeah, you're doing fine, sweetheart. You're doing fine. So, but
Well, yeah. So, like, I wanted to, throw some cards eventually on the whole reincarnation life review process, but I do agree with Dolores Cannon's work and what she's been getting, that we do pass on. But, I guess she's never mentioned if it's, you know, painful to the soul, or if it's just,
I didn't feel hmm, I
but,
can
but I do agree everyone's situation is different. Depends
right.
what you've done in your life. If you're in a good place, or if it's traumatic, or if you've been sick for a while, and then, oh, everything's great now, that
Right.
kind of thing.
Right. I can only say
But
that in the experiences that I've had, it wasn't painful. Wasn't painful. I didn't feel pain. I was just more like, okay, what's going to happen now? You
mm,
know? And but then like then you get this, as you said, this knowing, you know. of what's going to happen next. And it's just like, okay. And I got the knowing up to the point of like, I knew I was going up in the air, like in a beam of light. Um, and I was going to be in this other dimension. And it was one that had a lot of wisdom and knowledge and light. And that's all that I could like that. And then I woke up. So it's like, they cut me off. It's like, that's,
Right.
but I didn't feel anything there. And more physically, no. You get to where uh, you start where I almost died from a loss of blood, um, that I didn't know was going on internally. And uh, you get very weak. And they couldn't believe I was still awake when they took me in. And I had to have a blood transfusion and stuff. It wasn't good.
That.
There's been other things, but that come with the disability, and that put your health on the line to where you come very close to death. You get very deathly sick, and I have. So
At that point, did you feel like you were leaving your body, or you still felt that?
yes, yeah. Or I was actually, when I had the blood loss, I felt like I was having to really work on anchoring myself into my body. And my mom was sitting next to me, and I was too exhausted to talk to her. And I just said, Mom, I just got to go quiet for a while. And I just got to sit here and anchor myself into my body. And she just said, honey, you go right ahead and do that. And, I'll just sit here, and she was going to pray. So it's just like I would just sit there. I was just, you know, because not only was my blood loss low, I also had a low blood count, very anemic. So it was a really bad thing. I was quite sick.
Oh,
And it was work to just, but once I got that blood, that life saving blood, and thanks to everybody that can donate blood, thank you so much. That is like the light switched back on. The minute they hooked me up to that, I improved like quick. But it took them a while. This hospital was not, I had been going back and forth with them over a weekend, and they missed taking my blood count. So, you know what? Be your own advocate.
hmm.
But I can tell you, I didn't feel any pain that way. I just felt like I was going to lose consciousness. And I just felt like I was going to float. It was a very floaty feeling, but not painful.
Yeah, I would almost assume it's kind of like
It's like really,
almost like in being in hypnosis, kind of my experience. I mean, I haven't had a near death, but
hmm
that experience of being in hypnosis is almost close to it because my body felt so weightlessness. It's
yes.
like so calm, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, the body's
And
really,
you're just in that zone, you're alert, but you're tapped into a lot more. So I would assume it's close to that. Hey, Linda.
hi, Linda, and hello,
Hi.
Nancy Queen, Fox, Buck, everybody. Yeah, there is a weightlessness. And sometimes you'll get that when you're coming back into your body at night, you know, and I can feel that because like I'll know that I'm coming in from a very vivid dream because I can feel myself going to wake up, and just how weird it feels to like hop into the body again. That there's that weird feeling.
Yeah, I know I astral travel some, but I've never had that experience feeling.
It,
Like, I can
I
tell I'm out there. I can tell, but I never had that wake up moment where it's like, oh, I'm not there. It always feels like I come back prior to waking up.
I've
'Cause
had it where I was a bit late, or it was a bumpy landing getting back in or something, because um, I know what sleep paralysis is. I know what all of that, but it's not that. And every so often it happens. And I literally have just gotten to where I tell myself, you just, turn yourself around, just kind of turn around and get into the body, and literally, and then by somehow, I don't know, maybe that helps me, but I land back in better. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's just like I get a brief moment of consciousness that I'm going back into my body. And that's about it. Like, they're not going to show me anything good, of course. It's just like,
Hmm.
here you
Yeah.
go.
They only want to show you what they want to show you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they,
You
they
got to figure out the rest because we are learning creatures, you know.
that's right. They've shown me a lot, and I can't complain. I mean, like with the thing about reincarnation, them showing me um at least, I think, two, possibly three lives I'm thinking of that I wouldn't have ordinarily just thought, oh yeah, I bet I was this. I bet I was, it's just like, and that's why what you were saying earlier when we were talking about it's sometimes really good just to allow the universe to present to you and not precondition what you're going to hear,
Hmm.
and just be just like, okay, I'm just receiving. And because when we think too hard sometimes, and we get in the way of what we
Right. We get in the way of our own self.
it's hard.
Let it come in, be happy go lucky, and question the universe and hope for that good movie at night.
That's right. That's
So
right.
how about we throw some cards and
Absolutely.
twice we'll
Like
go
any,
with the reincarnation process of a good soul and a bad soul.
all right, let's look.
See how the difference of the cards flow out and see where we can go from there.
All right.
So the reincarnation process, well, I mean the transition process. We'll go there first. The transition process after passing of a loving quality soul.
Okay. Versus that of somebody that is not.
Compared to like a 45 or Hitler or
Yeah, that'll do.
or
The ones who get the devil.
or Jeffrey Dahmer, those kind of people.
Yes.
Yeah. The quality person.
Yeah.
A loving soul.
Let's look at the crossing of equality soul.
How is the transition?
Let's see. How is the transition? All right. My glasses. Oh, this is interesting. I'm getting the Hierophant
Mm-hmm.
and the Six of Hearts, which is the Six of Cups. So that there's that past, and I feel like it has to do with like getting a feeling of like family. There's such a warmth that I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
from those cards. Sorry about the,
There you go. It's there.
yeah. So I'm feeling like there is with this Hierophant card especially, I'm getting this hit of there is an intelligent being there to let you know what's going on, and to let you know, so that you're not confused. I feel like this is kind of like you're meeting them at the airport, but you've landed on the other, at the other place, and this is somebody that's going to greet you, and I feel like let you know what the 411 is, and you can they will give you information that will help you. Um, that it's a basic kind of information, and and there is a nostalgia card with that, and so that is very much a review of your past, and so it doesn't look like it's uncomfortable at all for this person of a good standing, shall we say, of somebody that's lived a decent life, to review it. In fact, it looks like they go, ah, gee, look, there's me and Skippery, down by the pond. And oh, I remember that, that's what I'm getting, pure nostalgia. And you've got a kindly, benevolent, I feel like, person there to answer your questions, to help you and to help you through that process. Literally.
Nice. So, oh, wonderful, Dancing Queen. I hope this does help when we talk about it.
Oh, good.
Nancy Samp. That's a cool experience to have that previous life memory. Yeah, I did. I just did my. I am going to go for another regression therapy session to see if I can get more than I had the first two.
Big stuff. That's a lot of work. Good for you.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It was really crazy that when got these hits of stuff that I was being told, I look up on the internet and it's like, oh my god, it's
That's
like
when you get the goosebumps, right?
you can find the ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I had no clue
Oh my God.
about this. Like the one was an Egyptian priestess, and that was supposed to be. I was demanded to be a virgin, and this, that, and another thing. So I just Googled Egyptian priestess virgin, and then poof, there's a Egyptian virgin priestess that was demanded to be a virgin, and did all this work, and I'm like, oh my god, it can't be, right? Must have been. I never did that.
Apparently, the universe is saying, "Oh yes, it is possible."
So it's just crazy, those confirmations. But
I know, and I know what you mean, because you're like, what?
So I'm just going to go with it that I was that Egyptian priestess at one point. So anyway,
I totally believe it. When I saw that I was this particular identity, I was like, what? It wasn't anyone famous or anything like that, but it was just like seeing myself being completely and feeling the difference in the energy of my identity and well, it was just a trip.
Yeah, it is a trip. It's a totally different feeling.
Yeah, and it didn't feel at all. It felt wonderful to learn this. It felt incredible to have the experience. So it wasn't scary. It was magnificent. I wanted to hop back on that dream, but I had to get up at the time and I think feed my kids. My kids were little at one time when I had that dream. That one, I remember that. I had crazy dreams when they were really little.
Yeah. Foxbuck here said, I tried to have a past life regression once. It didn't go well.
I think a lot would depend on who's doing it too.
So what I found out from my personal experience now is that because my first time I did have a reaction to something horrifying. I was shaking, I was feeling it and everything, I'm like, I don't want to be here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The second time, Dancing Queen in Wisconsin too, in Racine. I go there pretty much real close to there almost every day delivering meat. Mostly in Milwaukee General and just south. Sometimes I go down to Racine. But anyway, Foxbuck, going on with that regression, the second time I told myself, don't show me anything traumatic that's going to affect me.
Right.
This is a learning experience. I do not want anything that's going to affect my body, make me scared or anything like that.
Right. You don't need the trauma.
Part of our life. We all passed on,
Right.
And the second time was wonderful. I mean, I seen myself getting shot as a Confederate soldier, or a Union soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any effects from it. And it was more of a good experience than compared to what I seen the first time, because I was literally shaking and having frightening experience from it.
Oh, yeah, you were in the trauma of the event.
Yeah, I was in the trauma of the event.
And you don't need
in the case of maybe reading, I've had this when I read on cold cases too. I start getting into that energy of this torment that happened to this person who passed.
Right.
And I told myself when I did it, nothing.
Right.
Just show me this. This is only knowledge. This is only, I'm getting this, and I do not want to have the effects of this. And the second experience was awesome.
That's great. I think that's wonderful. It's been a long time since I've thought of doing that, but that is something that once my household is more settled right now, our lives are in such flux, that I really would like to do. that that would be interesting. I mean, I've tried sometimes to read my own cards with that, but I have problems, I think, being objective with it.
Yeah.
So
You can get your little hits there too, but it confirms things.
yeah, exactly.
Um, hey, Rich. Yeah, I did Akashic readings too with Bob, and it was um, re- a revelation also. And that double confirmed things because Bob, when I did the Akashic reading with him, he said I was an Egyptian priestess. And then I got that in my past life regression too, that I was an Egyptian priestess.
And you're going,
So I'm like,
okay.
I mean, there's double readings, and then I actually do have visuals of the. It pops in my head every once in a while about
You must have.
the Sphinx. I had distinct memories of the Sphinx, or I see it in my mind. You know, it's like it's got to be real if I've been having this stuff. But you know,
Oh yeah, and especially when you get a double confirmation, that's really nice. That's a real gift from the universe because you can go, oh, good, because it knows that I'm going. Is it okay? Should I think this? Is it okay? Is that It's like
right,
yes, it's okay. You were, and it's. I like that it will. It's funny how it will give you confirmation if you're just paying attention,
right.
and especially if you still doubt, it really does try. It really does try to say, "Oh no, I'm not kidding. Really, you were."
Oh, cool, Rich. I'm gonna go back to Fox Buck quick.
Mhm.
Definitely vet if you're gonna try to do anyone doing a past life regression. Definitely vet the reader. Use your
Oh
instinct,
yes,
or not the reader, but the
person.
hypnosis person,
Yeah.
and that they have done knowledge and have done hypnosis on past lives because it is different.
Yeah.
You want you want that person, you know, such as a Dolores Cannon or a Alba Wyman or someone's been trained in that HHQT kind of stuff because they're taking you into place that could be traumatic, and they need to have that knowledge
Oh,
and how to either stop the event or lead you in a different direction that you shouldn't be at. You know,
yes.
whether you're killed or whether you had traumatic or whether you were abused or whatever, you need that qualified individual that has that experience and been trained that way. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you go to just anybody that does hypnosis for smoking and whatever, you know, you don't want to go there, you know.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's my take there. But anyway,
I
let's get
think no. I think you're right. You
to
definitely
my
and you
take.
want to make sure you resonate with that person. Talk to
Right.
them first before you make any transfer of money or any date of an appointment.
Yeah, have that conversation
Check
with,
out their social media. If they have a YouTube, you can watch and get their vibe before you commit.
yeah. And I think I helped my therapist I went to a little bit too, because I explained to her too, it's like, well, the way you were going about this didn't work because
Yeah.
she was trying to get me in a place. And she kept talking about, okay, see this pyramid and this white light above it, and you know, and then there's this blue mist, you know, step into the blue mist. And I'm like telling her, no,
No. Yeah.
well, let's go back to the universe and then get me in this space of comfort and white light and then show me a door. Just show me this door and then open the next door. And that's what I told her to do.
Hmm.
I'm like, no, this blue mist isn't working.
Yeah, some things don't, and especially what will work for that's I know exactly what you mean. It's just like when you and I'm sure other people go, yeah, when you come across something, it's like that does not resonate with me. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So it's
Yeah.
good that you were able to direct her and that she
'Cause
was receptive.
yeah, you are alert when you're hypnosis and you won't say anything that, you know, that you don't know.
I shame eat at night. Oh,
Right. I'm a bad boy at night and I shouldn't be. No, that doesn't come out because you are aware. You're just searching your mind and reading your mind. So, I mean, I could stop at any time and tell her, you know, I quit. I'm not going to do this anymore. You're not worth a crap. You know, whatever, you know.
yeah.
So when I was doing it, I did tell her, no, the blue mist isn't working. Keep showing me the door, you know, show
I
me the
gotta say,
universe, something
doors.
beautiful. and then, okay, we're going to leave this life. You know, you want to go into the next one. Here's your door. Walk up to the door, open the door, you know, and then poof, there it is. You know, and there was another time I was going into this one life, and then she's like, okay, you know, let's go back to the nest. I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. I got more to say about this life. Because she's showing me this, you know, or who I was as a female. And she goes, no, I need to keep going. You know, so she's a little inexperienced, but I knew she had the open-mindedness and has done them before. So I'm actually helping her too, because it's a new experience.
And she'll be even better the next time for someone else and for you. She'll just get better. That's what's really cool. If you got somebody that will work with you and that you have good rapport, it sounds like you have excellent or building rapport.
Right. And she's open-minded, and she, you know, she doesn't. I mean, she had 26 years experience of hypnosis some people.
That's good. And, you know, that's what I was just thinking when you said have somebody qualified. And I thought, yep, you want somebody that's an OG that's had at least 20 years.
Yeah.
Because that people, you're in such a vulnerable state and people can manipulate you.
Right.
And some people are way more suggestible, can get, you know, under hypnosis. I've never been hypnotized. I haven't done that. I don't know if I would be able to allow someone. I just have a feeling there's a part of me that says, nope, you're not getting in.
Yeah, I mean, if you have that fear and you're not open, you're going to be shut down.
It's like, you don't have the right password, lady. Only certain people.
Yeah, you don't have the key, right?
With accreditation, get in. But
I don't know. I was open to the experience, and I wanted it, and
I think it's great. I think it's cool to hear, because I haven't found somebody I felt like I would have that kind of rapport to do that with. So
yeah, I tried to get into Alba Weinman on YouTube. Have you seen her?
Which one?
Alba Weinman.
Oh no,
Yeah, she does that, and I guess she was trained by Dolores.
Oh wow.
Whatever. And her videos are really cool too.
Ooh.
All kinds of information. And I try to get into her. Everything's done online, but she's always booked.
Oh yeah.
So like you can sign up for her newsletters, and you'll get it, you know, as soon as it comes out and she has all her openings. You have to be on there logged in within probably 15-20 minutes before they're booked for the month.
Like a rock concert selling out.
Pretty much. So I've been trying to get into her for like 6 months. And the one time I did find an opening when I was available and to look, the system wouldn't let me log in.
Oh no.
So I just put that in my sign as like, I'm not supposed to do it with Alba, right?
Right.
So then I just thought to myself, why don't I just check local and see if anyone resonates with me? And then poof, this lady pops up, and I decided to go with her after a conversation. So just follow the signs. If I'm not getting in, you're pushing it. And then the one time I did get in, I got locked out. It's like, I guess I'm not supposed to go to Alba.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'll get signs like that too. And if I ignore them, it's often to my own chagrin. So I've learned when I start getting those, like things not working, just wait. Just give it a miss this time.
Right. Give it some time. Be patient. Rich, yes. I found someone in Madison, hypnosis therapy in Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah. But yeah, you can search local, and if you find someone that's, you know, has plenty of experience and has had experience with past life regressions and how to do it, to be, you know, respectful and to do it the proper way, you know.
Right.
Just don't jump on anyone. Hey, you know, you do hypnosis, you know, oh, regress me, please, you know, no. But yeah, anyway, yes, it was in Madison, Wisconsin. So anyway, let's get back to my card throw.
Yes.
A quality soul passing on.
Mm-hmm.
The overall energy is that loving source, is that Ace of Cups. And then the center of the reading was the Queen of Wands. So that makes me feel like it's a creative process,
Uh-huh.
a resourceful process. And then, so on top, I have you're greeted, 10 of Cups. You're greeted by your family.
Mm-hmm.
The moon, there is some confusion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get your offer. Once you get there, the Page of Pentacles is also a transition card. It's a movement card also. It's a new path,
Yes.
Page of Pentacles. So then on the side of the Queen of Wands, I have the Eight of Cups. Obviously, you're walking away from your current situation because you passed on.
You can't be in that body anymore. It's
Right.
over.
So like the you got the Hierophant, I got the Emperor. So it feels like you're meeting that God source at that time.
Yeah, that authority.
So
That
right. So I got the Four of Wands. Here is your going to another door. That's what
mhm.
I'm seeing from
Another
that.
dimension.
Temperance, you had that loving source coming in. It's you know, this is
Eternal. You
see
got
this
your
is the infinity symbol, you know, life. So then you got that. Knight of Swords, very energetic. The transformation, you know, our soul, our body, our mind, everything is an energetic source. So your soul is going to be feeling this energetic
yeah.
pull to the light kind of thing. That's
It
what I'm getting from that Knight of Swords. It's very energetic. And then I got in the end, there is Seven of Swords. That is some chaos. I feel like
yeah.
even though you're moving, it's a difference. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so it's kind of like I think someone else mentioned it, and it feels like that too. When you're separating yourself from your body and your soul, you have that attachment, right? It's kind of like you have this umbilical cord still attached,
Yes, it's kind of bouncy.
right? So it feels like when you pass on, you're gonna have this chaotic time where it's like I got to cut that cord. It's not there anymore. You know, you're not allowed to come back. So that Seven of Swords feels like that chaotic moment. And then I have Judgment. That's your new life.
New
You're
awareness.
thinking. You have this liberation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the High Priestess and Ace of Swords. And that's feeling like to me is that it's a whole new journey.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel like is that from passing, getting up to heaven. That's
And
that's a scenario. It's like it is traumatic. It is an energetic change.
yes.
It's a good change, but there is some chaos in there because it's like, whoa, you know,
It's a
no
little
matter what, it's kind of like, you know, like you talked about going to a concert or something. You're
mm-hmm.
going into a concert, you're all excited, and all of a sudden you get the noise booming and crazy, and then it's like, oh my god, my ears, you know. So you go into this traumatic change. So there's this adjustment. So you got
Yeah.
that adjustment phase. But yes, I got that too, and I feel it with my dream that you meet your family
Oh
in that
yeah.
energetic source, and you know, project themselves as they were in their best figure. Like I said, I would be 35-year-old at this point. My grandpa was 63, you know, but you would meet your family again. Who you knew, I would think it was mostly who you knew because you'd be greeted by people you knew in your current life
Oh, absolutely.
with open arms. And then you had that energetic transfer into that next dimension.
Yeah, that is what I've read on people that have, and I do read on a lot of cases where people have crossed over, and I will see just what you're describing, that those kind of cards that talk about this, especially if it's more of a mediumistic type of a reading, and you will pick that up, that process that some people have, and it's a little different, I think, as you're saying, depending on who you are and what went on in your life. But there is this change, and it can be unsettling, but the common denominator is that there is comfort that will be there for you, and you'll see people and you'll feel amazing, and there is an energetic change. You feel much lighter and brighter, is
Mhm.
the feeling that I've gotten, um, both in the cards and in my dreams, and then in where I was like feeling like I was like on the verge of like slipping away. I just felt light. I didn't feel anything else. So
Right.
the only thing that I felt was like, whoa, the sound of being, when I was being pulled up like through the dream, like that was like a little bit like, as you're saying, it's like that's a little confusing. That's a little jarring. There's a little jarring feeling there. But it's like, it's like, well, okay, you're as you said, you really do go to a new journey. And I feel like I wish I could have had the rest of the dream, but to maybe another time. I certainly will at the end of this life.
Clip it. We just get clips.
Yeah, that's about it. But that was very interesting, and so that feeling I've never forgotten it, even though I had that dream years and years ago. It was so lucid and
Mhm.
unsummoned. It just came to me. It's just like, well, okay, and I just knew,
It's
like,
obviously needed when you remember it that lucidly.
yeah, and
Because
I just,
most dreams, you're kind of like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
yeah, yeah. I have those dreams where it's just kind of like you maybe ate too much cheese before you went to bed and you're having some wild dreams. But I've also had it where the difference, you can feel the difference between because it's just you're so alert, you're so hyper vigilant in those dreams, in that dream state. So that's what I felt. And I agree. I think that you can definitely, the one common denominator also I see is that there are the people, like you said, that your family and that have passed before you coming around you. It looks to me much like a kind of an envelopment of love, and you just
Mhm.
feel secure and safe. Hey, it's okay. Don't panic.
Yeah, it's kind of like my dream of my grandfather. There was no panic.
Yeah, no panic.
I mean, he was prepared though. He was a
Yeah,
good guy.
that's a difference. Yeah.
He knew he was sick, and he what happened? He slipped in the ice, broke his hip,
Oh,
and
bless.
then all of a sudden got pneumonia.
Oh,
And then 2 weeks later, he passed. He's
yeah.
93, but there was that preparing, and then there was that for like 10 days. It's kind of like he was in that dementia state, though.
Yeah.
So I think he was already half there.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. My grandmother just did that with COVID. So,
So
yeah.
he would only come back once in a while,
Uh huh.
because it's kind of like you go. I would go over to see him, and he's like, he wouldn't know who you are. He's
Right.
kind of like almost a vegetable. But then all of a sudden, there'd be a few times where whoever was there would say, "Oh, how you doing? You know, can I get
Mhm.
a brownie or something?" And then 10 minutes later, it's like he doesn't know who he is, what's going on. So I think he was already half in, half out for those 10 days.
Yeah, I agree. And I that's what I felt with my grandmother as well. Totally. Um, just in the time before when she was sick with it, and just till when she passed, I knew.
Hmm.
So but you can, as you said, you can feel that. It's a weird thing, and I felt that I had the knowledge too. It's like I know that she was doing hers over a longer period of time maybe than your granddad, but she finally, I was able to let her go, but I haven't been able to. Couldn't go to the funeral or anything, so I'll have to at some point properly grieve that. It's just not been it's been too many things going on. So I get to periodically do it, but this COVID thing has really been hard.
Yeah, it is hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in the chat are talking about their experiences and whatnot. And anytime you get any kind of validation, dream that everything's okay, just know it's okay.
Yeah. Accept it. Accept
And
it.
accept it and know we are going to this loving source and you won't be afraid.
Yeah.
Some may not know last June, my daughter's fiance passed in a tractor accident,
Oh my God.
and I could get to him and talk to him channel wise for like 10 days because he never left. Because
Even
his
where you.
passing was instant.
Hmm.
I was sensing, and what I was getting from that, he didn't know he passed because it was so traumatic.
That's what I was going to bring up next. People that didn't know they passed. So that's cool. Go ahead.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so he was around. He was, and the proof is that my daughter would feel him at night. And it was 80, 90 degrees, so everyone needed, it was warm, right?
Yes.
My daughter would sleep and she's freezing. I'm like, he's sleeping next to you, he's still doing the same things he's always done.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter stayed with the family that whole week, it didn't work, and they'd be out in the living room crying and talking, and the TV would be on and the TV would shut off, or the lights would go off, or the channel would switch. He was there doing the same things. He was on the couch next to him watching TV. He didn't know he passed,
Oh man.
and his family had a farm. Weird things would happen while they were milking cows.
Uh-huh.
Electrics would go off, lights would flicker. It was like he's still milking cows. And then there was another story where a bunch of his friends that he hung out with, went to bars with, were all at the bar. And they're toasting him and talking things. And then all of a sudden, one of the friends got a bloody nose.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
Well, Slade was prone to bloody noses. He would just get him at random.
But to give your friend a bloody nose, hi, I'm here.
So, I mean, this was just confirmations that he hasn't left because everything was happening,
Also proves that he has a sense of humor, too. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
here.
he had a sense of humor a little bit. But all my senses is that he didn't pass, and all these signs were pointing to that. So then we came up to the funeral,
Getting your attention.
and we're standing in line, and I get up to my daughter. She's standing there, and she goes, "Dad, is he still here?" I go, "Yeah, I can see him. He's on the front pew, just watching. He feels confused."
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like he's looking at his body, and everyone passing. It's like, why is everyone sad? That's what I was feeling like. So then this was on a Sunday, yeah, and then things were still happening afterwards because I asked my daughter what's going on. So about Wednesday, I started energetically talking to him, and I'm like, Slade, it's time to go. So I kind of meditated and like, Slade, it's time to go. And he's kind of still like, what I was feeling is like, what do you mean, go? You've passed on, buddy. I go, and I was seeing this hand coming from the skies.
Yeah.
Light in this hand, and then it looked like it was attached to like a grandfather. And I talked to my daughter, and she said, yeah, Grandpa passed. So I'm like, so I kept energetically telling Slade, look up, grandfather's waiting for you. And
Right.
Finally on Thursday, I just seen this energy go.
Wow.
So then Friday, my daughter texts me and she goes, is Slade gone? Because I don't feel him anymore.
Wow.
I go, yeah, he's gone, honey.
And that's good because you're also teaching her how to know and learn, like she, will learn that that's what that is now. If it should something like that, should not to be afraid of it. You're teaching her as well. That's really good.
Yeah. I mean, she had a lot of experiences growing up, with seeing things, feeling things, like the closet door would open every once in a while, so she gets it, she understands it. Like a month or two ago, she she goes, she was sleeping in her room, and all of a sudden, in the corner of her room, she's seen this figure. And she asked me, she texted me that next day after she woke up, and she goes, "Dad, was Slade here last night? Because I seen this figure in the room." So when I got to a rest area when I was driving at work for work, I just thought quick, and I go, "No." I go, "It was a female figure. I think it was Grandma." So I text her back, and I go, "I think your Grandma Betty was there saying hi. It wasn't Slade." She goes, "No, I know it was Slade." Right? I go,
Yeah.
"I'm getting it was Grandma Betty." And then I was driving a little bit later. So my ex-wife's family has a trucking business, Dunwoody Trucking. So I'm cruising along, and guess what truck passes me? A Dunwoody trucking truck. I text Alyssa back, and I go, "Honey, you're never gonna believe this, but I think it was Grandma Betty because a Dunwoody trucking semi just went by me." I go, there's your sign."
I love it. That is so brilliant. On point.
It's cool. It's
Don't
cool
get
things like
twisted.
that happen, but I'm like, if you look for the signs, they're there, and they couldn't
They
be
really are.
because I just got done texting her, got back on the road, and all of a sudden a Dunwoody trucking truck goes by me. I'm like, yeah, it was Grandma Betty.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I
So,
love,
but yeah, it was a sad story and everything as far
yeah.
as passing, but it did. I mean, it gives some clarifications that traumatic events that happen, they can be confused.
Oh, absolutely.
And I did another reading for a lovely lady that her nephew died in a gunshot.
Hmm.
This guy pulled a gun or something, and he got in the way. It was an accident, but
Yeah.
I didn't see, because he didn't have anyone, and I didn't follow up. I didn't try to pass him on. I just read the scenario at the time, and I checked in again, and I think he was still around, attached, but it felt like he wanted to be,
Mm.
but he was confused that he was shot and died because it was so quick. And it was kind of like he got in a crossfire and didn't know what happened. That was a scenario.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like one
And
literally.
like he and his brother was there. And what I was getting, it felt that his soul attached to his brother.
That would make sense.
And it felt like he stuck around for maybe 9 months attached to his brother. Because she asked me to read on him again. And I'm like, I think it was, I think she asked me like 6 months, and then just maybe a few months ago. And a few months ago, I got, yes, he did finally pass at Christmas. It felt like he was at Christmas with the family or something, and then he felt okay and then left. So, I mean, everything's a different scenario, but it
Right.
felt for some reason he needed to attach to his brother because his brother seen it happen, right next to him, and he was traumatized, and it felt like his soul needed to be with his brother for that time frame.
Yeah, I could understand that. I could understand that. That would make sense to me. Um, and ew, probably wanting to make sure his brother would be okay.
That's what the main sense I had. And
Yeah.
the funny thing, when I read for that again about his nephew, and when I was getting his energy because he did pass and he felt like he was still attainable, I emailed back and I go, is someone having a baby? Because he says congratulations to my sister, and she emailed back and goes, yeah, they're talking about having another baby.
Oh my.
It may be already in the oven. I'm not sure, but they are talking about having another baby.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So that's kind of cool confirmations and whatnot too.
You know what? It's really a blessing to get it because then you can start developing a better sense, a better sense of when you get things, what its meaning to
Hmm.
trust. I guess more to trust it. It's not like you don't. It's like do I want to trust that? Do I want to trust that? And that's yeah, trust it.
Just
Absolutely.
trust your instincts and go with it.
Oh
Unless
yeah.
you're having a dream that's really whacked out, and it's like, just forget it. You know,
Again, you may have eaten some cheese the night before.
right, something moldy, something like that. But yeah. So I mean, I think this was an awesome conversation.
It's fun because it's such a breather after 5 years of politics.
Well, I haven't been doing those bad politics, but Fox wants his guardian to be a dragon. Hmm. Well, put that in your mind.
Yeah,
You can
and
have a You can have some fabulous fire-breathing dragon come get you when it's your time.
absolutely. I think that they're very open to what makes you feel happy. That's what it looks like
If you
to
want
me.
your guys to be a dragon, they'll be a dragon for
You want a bunny rabbit? A bunny rabbit.
you.
You get a little bunny rabbit will
So
approach
I
you.
don't want the live to go too long for you people. So let's.
Yeah,
Are you ready to go on to Orin and Orphan?
sure am. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So those who don't remember, or I know some people said they have started Googling and figuring out, and someone said that they actually are invested in the case or whatever. But Orrin and Orson West,
Yes.
the adoptive parents are Jacqueline and Terazal West. The mother is Ryan. Oh, shoot. Missed the name. Ryan something or other.
Oh, I
I
have
wrote it
it.
down, but her last name is Ryan, I think. But anyway,
Yes, it is.
and there is these two adopted them
That's
like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. The mother had it taken away because one of the sons had an accident and his femur was broke or something. And she says she has no clue, but it was taken away in the foster care.
oh
So when was it? January, I think, or no? Given they haven't seen the boys since December 23rd. I think that's what I see here. And the scenario was that the stepfather went out to get some wood or something,
and the boys
and
were
the
playing
boys were out there supposedly playing with chalk or something. And
a 3 and a 4-year-old, right?
yeah, a 3 and a 4-year-old.
Like nobody's really like sure. Like I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. So he supposedly went and got some wood or something, and then went back in with the wood, or whatever, and then the boys were gone.
Yeah.
The gate was open. They could have walked out, but 3 and 4, you're not very explorative, right? You know who your family is. Ryan Dean, yeah, thank you. So you're
Yes.
not really that exploratory.
Right.
So I think I'm on the fence that someone took them, whether it be, relative, abductor, or whatever, but someone had to know where they were. The timing was right, whatever, right?
Right.
The neighbors, I seen the neighbors' camera, seen the stepdad take off in their van to go look at the 4:30 or so. So this happened between 3 and 4. Fox just says the neighbors say they never saw the boys. They were there. They had custody of them. I don't know about never ever.
Yeah. In my very quick reads that I did last night, once we said, yeah, let's do a live. I was just trying to like dial in, and because I had seen the case, and it was one of those cases, like I was saying, that I was like wanting to get to, and I just hadn't yet. So I was like, cool, we're going to look at that. So I was looking at it, and I threw some cards, and what I get is that I do get a father card. I get the emperor, the father card again and again when I say who is responsible for these two going missing. I get a king of wands that is repeating, and the emperor is repeating. So definitely at least one of the fathers is, as far as for my liking with my reading that I did last night, I feel is with the double confirmation for me. Yeah. When my cards do that, yeah, I'm feeling like it's a father figure that is responsible for their disappearance at this point, since we don't know where they are.
Right.
And somebody has definitely taken them against their will.
So something I highlighted, what I printed out, a few days later, police got a warrant to search the house. Canine dogs were taken in there. They found the scent in the house, but did not find the scent leaving the house.
Uh-huh.
So they were obviously taken, lifted up,
Yeah, they didn't walk
they
outside.
didn't get the scent that they were walking away, or something
Yeah, they
like that.
didn't. The trail was different. The
Right.
scent.
The trail was gone. According to this, the dogs didn't smell the children leaving the house.
That's funny because my cards, and it's not funny because my cards also kept showing me and about they're in the house. They could be in the house, on the property, in the property. I got that a couple times last night, and I held it back because it's a bit more, dark. But I did get that feeling, and I feel and felt like they're not far from each other. If they would be in proximity, while they might not be together necessarily. I feel like they're together. I was shown that they are together in whatever manner of suspension of them being able to be free and out in public.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there was something that I got this weird hit on the house. The house. So it's interesting that you say that, and that's why I have to
Their
say
house,
yes.
where they were living. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And I don't
personally,
understand, and so I just went, okay, you know.
so behind the scenes, we were talking. Anytime there's any kind of missing persons case, you got family, grandparents. You had the
And
people
others.
taking care of them. Orin and Orson have two different fathers. So you have two different fathers. So you have cousins. So then you go into, you know, abducted. Were they abducted, or some stranger just decided to take two boys?
Mhm.
At a moment when there was maybe 30, maybe 5 minutes lapse. If he just went in, stoke some wood and then come back out, they're gone. So you're talking a very short amount of time. So if someone was going to abduct these boys, they would have to be casing the place. And how would they know that the boys would even come out?
They have to have a lot of information.
A lot of information if they're staking, to be, trafficked
Yes.
or otherwise.
That stranger abduction. Yeah.
Or you have, if they're fostering them, they're getting money for them. So they would be taking care of them. Or they adopt them. I don't think they adopt them. Oh, they did adopt them then.
They did. I was just going to say,
they
later did adopt them. They fostered them first, and then from what yeah,
they did adopt them. Okay. So you go through the scenarios of thinking about what, so why, if the adoptive parents did this
why?
to get rid of them, why would they go through this whole process of fostering them and then adopting them? Makes no sense. That makes no sense logically.
A lot of people with
Right. Like Barbara said too, 9 times I told Maija behind the scenes, I felt like it was like 80%. 80% of the time it's within the family.
Yeah.
And then you have those other cases that someone's, catfished or just taken,
Right.
stalked out. You try to find someone that's probably, like not a,
I like
whatever, as far as being trafficked or taken, or there's some sicko that just wants to take someone randomly and abuse them and then kill them, which does happen, unfortunately. But
yes, unfortunately it does. But fortunately, I feel like hopeful that since it's a father, that this person will not do that. Unfortunately, some fathers and mothers will do this, but I'm very hopeful that this can be resolved. And that's why I think you know. You can
Right.
look.
My senses, I pray I'm right, but my senses say they're not past.
I'm still on the fence. I do see cards that indicate that they are together, but as we were discussing, I have to say that the energy is so low. It's kind of
Right.
as you said. So
Right.
it sounds horrible that but the energy is just not like, hey, I'm out, I'm doing stuff, or oh, I'm so, it's very, it's
Yeah. It's kind of like they're held captive in separate rooms. It's not like
yes,
they're outside playing and having a great time.
they are not free, and
But
that
it feels like they're being taken care of, though.
um
Not like they're going hungry or anything like that.
I would say let's take a look with the
But
cards.
yeah, it's the card. So I'm just going to do a full spread first
All right.
on the whole scenario and see what I get that pops up.
Okay.
But my initial instincts say they're not past.
Okay.
Lord only knows if they're going to be found. That's the thing.
I know.
Or
Yeah.
figure it out. That's a tough question too. Lisa, to me, in my sense of these two boys, they don't feel scared or they don't feel happy.
Kind of numb and confused.
They just feel safe enough, you know, because I try to pick up their auras and I don't feel a death aura. I sense like a calm aura, not like a red frightened, but it's kind of like bluish dark, what I see, which would mean to me it's like safe, safe but not happy kind of feeling.
Yeah, I get what I got also. That reminds me, that murky feeling. I picked up also that there might be an issue with substance with this male that has taken them.
Could be.
Or mental. It could just be also just a mental health problem if they don't abuse substance. But often, many times, people self-medicate that have problems. So I definitely got a card of that. Let's see. This one, get the Three of Swords and the Prince of Swords. Now, I did notice that one of the boys is a Gemini and the other one, I think, is a Leo. So this makes me feel, I think one of them is getting a bit homesick here. With the King of Wands, he's back. I have the King of Wands again. And I get the Three of Swords. And this really, with the little boys. But I get the Prince also of Swords with that 3. So which one of them was the air sign? Which one was in June? I can't remember which little boy was in June. But perhaps that would give us the clue as to the father. It would be the boy that with the June birthday with an air sign. 7 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. Back and forth. Oh, the father figure, I feel like is going to have him for a while. I feel like he's able this person to hold him for a while. He's juggling it pretty well, and he has the 7 of Wands. He's in a very defensive territorial mode with the children or his child. That's interesting. I have to look up and see which boy is the air sign. I get the Moon and the 6 of Cups.
I got the Moon too.
So there's that murky.
I didn't get your King of Wands in this throw. I'm going to clarify.
Yeah, do that, would you?
But I'm getting a different path, but I wonder if there's a grandmother involved. Because I have a Queen of Coins on top. And that's not, that's not
no.
To me, it's not feeling like a direct contact. Queen of Cups would be a mother. Queen of Wands would be an associate or someone close. But the coins feels like the Earth Mother, like someone far away, like a grandmother.
Yep.
So this may have all stemmed from a grandmother.
Wow.
because I got the Wheel of Fortune, wanting change. Seven of Coins is a different path. Collecting your could be like collecting your kids, and then a Queen of Coins. So then I got a grandmother. I have some infighting, Eight of Pentacles, and then a crossroads change.
Uh-huh.
The Eight of Pentacles makes me feel like something this grandmother possibly didn't like in the situation. So then I'm going to Hermit, Tower, and Emperor.
The father figure again.
The father figure. So I'm thinking it's one of the fathers of the boys. They have different fathers, but it feels like one of them.
And
So
the one boy that
what I've heard from research is that one boy's father is helping in the search and one isn't.
I gotta see.
So what I'm getting here with this throw is I'm going to clarify, but right now it's looking like a grandmother and a father figure that didn't like the situation they're in and then took advantage and took them away. And I have the final outcome. I have the moon. That could be some crazy time. Two of Wands. There's some cooperation. Three of Wands, taking a long distance away.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Page of Wands is like a message. That maybe feels like when they took them, it's saying, we're going to save you kind of thing. Mm-hmm. The Three of Wands, a long distance. It could be like many states away. Some reason I sensed maybe like middle America.
Right.
And like Colorado, Oklahoma, Nebraska, long distance I'm feeling.
Right. And I also can confirm that because I got the Six of Swords, which for me, along with
that's calmer waters, moving away.
And for me, it's also another card that says further away, further out. So I can confirm also what you're picking up.
So it's something. So what I'm sensing is that it has not, the actual mother didn't come up. So the actual mother or if you're thinking of cards, the adopted mother would probably be the Queen of Wands type of person.
Yeah, I have to say
the actual mother would be a Queen of Cups, but it all depends on the scenario.
Right.
But what my flop came out is that a Queen of Coins, but this is in the past. Someone wanted a drastic change.
Yeah.
This is starting out my throw. Someone wanted a drastic change, and it was a female.
And possibly a matriarch.
Possibly what?
Possibly a matriarch with what you're saying. With
right. Someone had it in their mind that their lives were not good there and needed them out of the situation, and feels like this emperor may not have been in their lives, but an authoritative figure that said, okay, I'm going to take charge.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe a grandmother figure said to, those are your boys. That's your son.
Something like that.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna see what the Kipper says. I'm gonna throw a little 9 carder on with the Kipper and see what that says to clarify. I'm just gonna go random, no direct question yet.
Yeah, I got you.
I think it's really nice to throw a full spread to get the whole scenario and feeling, and then clarify from there. That's how I like to do that. To get feelings and senses what I have from above, because those are just little clips. It's not like they don't tell us the whole story.
No.
It's like, oh, I feel this, I feel that. But that's what I love about the cards when I experimented and found the cards, because they tell you a story. They tell you where to go. Tell you if you're right or wrong.
Yeah, and sometimes they say, I'm not telling you anything today.
True. It's like, yeah, I'm just giving up today.
What they'll do to me is like, you need a day off. And they're right. And it's like, then I'll go do something else, and then I feel refreshed, and I come back, and I'm ready.
So my first throw had no signs that they have gone. It's showing taken, moved.
All right.
My first throw did. So let's see. I need to read and work with the Kipper more. I like the Kipper cards. They're really cool.
I know. I love I
Well,
love
thank you, Bob. Appreciate the
Thank
gift.
you.
So let's see what the Kipper has to say. Since the Kipper has what, 50 cards? Instead of my full spread with a Kipper would be a 9. I haven't figured out the whole scenario,
No.
but so doing a partial, like, I'll use on the 78 tarot, I use 13.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Kipper, I decided to do a box 9 if I'm going to try to read something. That's how I did it.
I got you.
Okay. Orson and Orin West. Kipper, tell me the scenario clarifying.
I can't believe I got the King of Wands again.
Again, huh? There's definitely a male figure involved.
Family, 10 of Cups with them. So I can re-emphasize that. He's totally reorganized his life to do this.
Thank you, J-Lo. 38 cards in the Kipper.
Good.
I couldn't remember.
I can't either.
I think Oracle cards maybe have 52 or something. Maybe that's what it was. Okay.
I'm just going to check in on the well-being.
Getting my steps in.
Okay. Concern. No, this way. I'm not trying to remember how I would throw it out with the Kipper.
Good.
Okay. I wonder if they're going to be found with the Kipper here, because the ending card is Great Fortune.
Like a celebration, huh? Like great.
The House, Despair, and Great Fortune. It's kind of like I guess the House, or maybe the House. Like I said, I need more work with the Kipper, but the House
is the home, is your domain, the domestic area. With so
it feels like with those three that they would be coming home with the Great Fortune. The Despair would be over, coming back home. And then in the center, I got main female, occupation, and wealthy man.
That's interesting.
Main female. So that would be someone closer to home than a grandmother in the Kipper here.
Would that?
Or I don't think anyone in this scenario is wealthy.
Yeah, no. And what I'm getting with I'm throwing down, just checking on the well-being of the boys, and I see that they are confused with the 7 of Cups, and they get the Wheel of Fortune crossing them. So this is a sudden disruption. It is a change. They are moving. I feel like they are not staying in one place. I feel like this guy is, as we keep getting, I'm getting more cards of movement, Scott. I'm getting the 6 of Swords again, that they're going to move further. I think he's keeping going with them.
Thank you, J-Lo. Is that I wish I knew more about the Kipper. On top, I had family room, concern, and coffin. That feels more. That's more in the past area, because past, present, future.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's very important to
because that's what my 9 box means. The top row is past.
Got you, and then you got the middle, and then
the middle is the current main female, occupation, wealthy man. So that would be more of the investigation and who they're looking into or whatever. But the family room, if it feels like gone, concerned they're gone, they're worried they're dead, that kind of thing. That's what it feels like to me. And then the ending shows great fortune. The despair is over, back to the house. So hopefully this all works out.
That they'll be
Yeah,
recovered.
Skipper.
I get the 9 of Hearts as an ending, so I get the 9 of Cups. I think they'll be all right. Let me just pull a couple clarification cards. There's the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Hearts.
Hey, Bob, fellow Wisconsinite. Excellent.
I think that the man who's holding them, the father figure, will be confronted, I think. And I think with that 3 of Cups or the 3 of Hearts in this, that they will also likely be recovered.
Well, I hope so. All right.
Here
One
comes the
more.
sun. I get the sun.
That's good news. Sun is good news.
Yeah, and the 5 of Swords. So it's going to show that somebody that's an aggressor in
Maybe
this.
they get too close in the investigation and give up or something, or can't take care of him.
Yeah, I think I get the feeling of this person is trying to keep ahead of the police, trying to keep going. I got no death cards. I can agree with you now. I feel satisfied that
Yeah, I haven't either.
yeah, and I feel like with our energy here, what we're getting, I feel like confident enough to say I'm going to hedge and say I think that they are okay. I think they're very confused though.
Mhm.
And that's what I show because I looked at the state of them. I want to know.
Yeah, they're 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That's very young. That'd be confusing. Like, why am I here? This is not my
Yeah.
life.
And that's how they feel that they're just like, what? Okay, now we're going this way where this is going to be a new adventure.
Terry, I don't sense the adopted mother is involved.
No, I don't either.
I'm not being trafficked.
No.
I don't sense that. I don't sense this is evil.
No, Scott, I have to say,
yeah, Connie, thank you. Put some purple light around those boys that they're going to be safe and at ease.
oh, they will be. They will be.
Okay.
I really think they will.
I'm going to ask with another deck the outcome here.
Yeah.
Hopefully confirm feeling.
Hi, Barbara.
I have the world, completion, action, strength. I think they're returned.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I mean,
an ordeal,
This toss is all good. Returning from the past, 6 of Cups. They're not imprisoned anymore.
Yay.
I got a Queen of Wands. So it's like the anxiety is given up from a woman. So maybe it's a grandmother that has them right now at a distance.
Probably.
I don't think well, bless you, Suzanne, because I don't think it'd be pretty obvious if the bio fathers are gone. And I haven't heard anything about there's no one missing from the family. It feels like there's someone attached to someone. It keeps coming up a female here.
I think
or the female spills the beans or brings them back or something like that.
She is a significant factor.
I mean, the first throw was a Queen of Coins, but this time it's a Queen of Wands.
But there's a few different, women that could be even.
So there's no grandmothers or anything missing, or there's someone connected. But like I said,
maybe a girlfriend, maybe even a girlfriend.
Yeah, it could be. But
and having the girlfriend look after the children.
Yeah, I had world completion. 2 of Cups feels like that reunion again.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Ace of Wands is action. Strength. returning from the past, and the star. I mean, those are excellent cards.
Yeah, they are certainly not
They're
cards.
not being passed. So it's, let's see, JLo says, great fortune, mailman, court, house, coffin, and marriage. That was your throw? Yeah, it's, I guess I had never clarified who. I just asked, tell me the story. I mean, you can clarify, keep throwing on different people to see.
Well, I think that it would be the father, maybe of the boy that's the Gemini of the air sign,
Hi, Diane.
but
Okay.
I'm not sure.
If the mom's out of the picture, who will take care of them when they are found?
Now, that's a good question.
That is a good question. Maybe they'll go back to foster care, but they probably have to go back to court.
Yeah, and have that decided where is the best, safest
Probably
place.
go back to foster care or something, but okay. Okay, now I'm just going to ask who's responsible.
Okay.
Get down to the nitty gritty, because you're getting a woman and a male. Not positive who the woman is, but it's someone attached.
I'm gonna see.
But I'm getting, I got the family cards, because when I did the Kipper, I got the house
And I got family cards.
and the home. So it's someone attached.
Family.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the bio mom. I do not sense bio mom at all being involved. I feel like it's someone attached to the boys, like one of the bio dads.
Did you say you got a Queen of Wands?
Queen of Wands, yes.
I just got her. I was asking
Queen of Wands,
about your question, and she comes up.
the sister of the dad, the auntie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it should be pretty clear. I mean, but to be non-suspicious, all family ought to be there.
Yeah.
If someone just took off, someone close to the family would be like, okay, where's this person? That would be a first given. So if someone's taking them to calmer waters kind of thing, it has to be someone attached to someone in the family. Who's responsible? Tell me who's responsible.
I feel like I get cards that they move them around, or that they will be moving them around, and that wouldn't be terribly surprising if I keep getting that over and over. It's wanting to show me that they're being moved around. And I do think whoever is holding them is going to get worn down with this. Just see. How will this end?
Oh, just tell me already.
I love it. That's what I do.
It's not giving me a who. It's just telling me the story again. Oh my God. Well, that didn't work. It's not telling me who. I had no mail cards. The only thing I got was the DNA card. Meaning the 10 of Pentacles, that's my DNA card. Someone in the family connected.
That it's a biological, yeah, that it's
But I'm just getting someone from the past wanting better care for them. Someone took a crossroads choice. And then I got a new path, some lies, deception, and some anxieties about something. They didn't give me who, what I asked. Maybe it's not supposed to be known yet. I don't know. They didn't tell me. Silly cards. But right now, it feels like we're in agreement that, we both got they would be found.
Yeah, I'm the Sun and the Nine of this. They'll be okay. I think this is also another confirmation of they will be found, and so that looks very positive. There's nothing. I'm not getting dark cards. I'm not getting what I would expect if it was, unfortunately, not a positive outcome.
Right. I would definitely get different cards, different feelings if they were trafficked, if they were murdered.
Yeah, the
And
whole card.
I mean,
cards
even
different.
my heart and my senses would feel totally different if they were murdered. I would know it. I mean, I could just feel that. Ugh.
Yeah,
I don't. I just feel more. I feel security and worry
yeah,
more than anything. I just don't sense it at all.
I don't either. And the cards only confirm it to me. I just think that they're just being held. And I do think that they will be returned. And I get that it's a father. Where's the other? And I would to look at the child that has the birthday in June.
Well, children kidnapped. I know that's the bad thing about police and whatnot. It's like they kind of, when things get this far out, they're just kind of like they're gone. It's probably never. It's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, and
Tough to keep going, and then you get other cases, and
they have to put their resources there.
right. Yeah, Dancing Queen. I did read their names were changed. Yeah, but J-Lo, you can put a comment about your Kipper throws. I kind of seen them go by, but what your confirmation is. But she did say yes, got thumbs up, like we're in the same realm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Dancing Queen's posts. I see their names are changed. Yeah, there's something else.
I see like family has them right here. 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and they feel defensive. They want to protect these children.
And Connie says the auntie, sister of the dad. Very well could be. Oh, okay. Instead of it's probably a good question. Asking their given names, just in case, because their names have changed. I got the picture of them in my mind. I'm using Orin and Orson, but
I even used a different deck, and I got the King of Wands again. Dude.
just for satisfaction, I think let's use sincere and classic.
And classic were their names, birth names.
Okay, just to make sure, we'll try it that way.
All right, sincere
and classic. And so I've looked at their picture online and whatever. I've seen them.
I'm gonna ask who they're with. Maybe the cards can like show me dad, or I don't know, probably show me the same darn cards that they show me.
Sincere and classic.
I think it's a father figure that took him. But who are they with? Let's see. Who has them? Who has sincere and classic? I got the family card again. 10 of Pentacles.
Okay.
And I get the Wheel of Fortune, and I get the King of Wands again. A family has them. A man's family.
Yeah, I mean, that one throw, I got the DNA card, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And I am getting an extended family with that 10 of Pentacles. As we know, that can be extended family too. So he might be the kids might be shuffled around from certain family members of his, for all we know.
Okay.
He wants to him, they are his children with the 4 of Pentacles and the Sun. He doesn't, this is a possession kind of a card. And
yeah.
as you said. So I'm seeing this as like what you said, Scott. I think this is my son. These are my children.
For entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
I moved from apartment to the house in September 2020, so 3 months later. Okay. The video never showed the boys in the yard. It's believed they never made it to the house. Oh, okay. That's a different story. Okay, my throw when I asked of the boys' real names,
Mm-hmm.
I got an emperor this time, but it's still a male figure.
Yep.
Like,
The father archetype.
but again, I have Temperance, Moon, and Ten of Cups. Someone delusional wanted them in a better place, or thinking they needed to be in a better place.
Right.
Like something was
They have a different way of thinking that's not
different thought pattern of what it's like. To me, it feels like they thought they were abused.
Yes.
And took them. And here again, someone in the family.
And I too, with the cards I got, it's a protective reaction response. It looks like that it's coming.
So, that is a good question, though, in case we're missing something.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen mentioned, and the dogs only found him in their sense in the house, but not outside, right? Clarifying, they moved from an apartment to that house in September 2020. So, just to clarify, did the boys moved into that house? So we're talking about 3 months. 3 months-ish. And according to Dancing Queen, I can't remember. I did see something about a neighbor saying, I don't remember seeing the boys.
Right.
But then there was someone else that mentioned that they did, or a different neighbor did. But yeah, this throw about on the boys just said a drastic change, and then it's very similar. I got Two of Cups. Here's a union, a partnership with something, meaning a drastic change, and then we have messages.
Yeah.
And Nine of Cups feels like bringing it into a better situation again. So it feels very similar. So I think we need to just check that out of curiosity and clarify if they, made it to that other apartment, or
I agree.
Something hinky there for that 3 months they moved. Like maybe something happened prior, and then this was all set up. But I thought I read that the adoptive parents had a what do you call it? Lying test, lie detector, or whatever. I thought I read.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, like some delusional person, but it feels like in the family, like it's like one of the fathers maybe felt like they were being abused or something.
That's what I got, Scott. That's what I got.
And they wanted to get them into a better place.
Yes, they're trying to be protective. They may not
have. Dad's mother spoke out. Yeah, I did see that video. Dad's mother, the grandmother, spoke out.
Were the kids ever at the house?
Polygraph. Yeah, thank you.
That's it. Yeah. The kids.
They had 6 kids, but only 4 were supposedly seen. Weird.
Yes, really odd.
But I know there was that report that one neighbor said, I'd never seen the kids.
Okay, let me just see. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask.
So if the dogs were in the house and they spelt them in there, it could have been just from the being around the others, the furniture and stuff, being with their stuff, but not outside. So, it is interesting. But
would that be like somebody would have to, but like lift them up, like carry them out though? Is that, because we were saying like they didn't walk, so they didn't catch this scent type of that.
Right.
But what if
Hmm.
these kids were kidnapped and never reported? I don't know what I
Okay. From the Bakersfield to Cali City, they refused a lie detector. Okay.
Yeah, it's not admissible in a state in a court of law. Sorry. So they don't have to take it.
Okay.
Let me see. Were the boys
Move.
ever?
Anything weird about the move? Anything weird about the move?
Been getting in on that. Did the boys ever make it to the house?
Okay, this is. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a lot of people. I asked, was there anything weird about the move? My center card was the sun. And the bottom of the deck, I had the world. Then I have Ace of Swords actions, and then I have that Queen of Wands again. So Queen of Wands taking actions, and then I have a King of Swords, an offer, and then someone in the family again.
Wow.
And then on the other side, I have the Queen of Cups will be mother, the Hierophant would be an institution, and the Hermit. Mother stepping away from a situation. But that doesn't really tell me if they made it there or if this is something hinky about the move. But I have the family card, so it feels like they're within the family with this throw.
Yeah. What I'm getting is the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords with regard to it. So then, and I'm also getting that there's help. There's more than one person involved here with the Three of Pentacles. So this isn't just this guy on his own, as you're saying. There's more than one person involved in the orchestration of this. This is something that perhaps had a lot more planning and premeditation than we know. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm getting also that this is a small group of people that are behind this, that are helping to do this. And especially,
I mean, if there was, someone direct contact, all right. I think I need to. Were you done about the ear throw?
Oh yeah,
I interrupted.
no, it's all right.
Dancing Queen just made this a little more weird to make sure we're not in the wrong pass or missing something. Because that move may be significant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she's bringing up one neighbor didn't see him, and then you start thinking about the dogs. Okay, the police dogs smell their scent inside, but not outside, which would be kind of weird for three
you're frozen.
months of kids. Or if they didn't fall or anything or cut themselves, well, new place, maybe they wouldn't. One report said they disappeared when they were supposed to be at grandmother's house.
Grandmother's house?
Dancing Queen, we think a lot of family members know.
Yes. Well,
that's a tough cover up when you're talking about cops. And
I see it more as a family. It's a group of family that are, and maybe some friends of theirs that I think are helping each other. That's what I got with the cards. It is them as a small group doing it. And
brought cadaver dogs. So, and all their digging, whatever, they didn't find anything. So,
and cadaver dogs are only they're trained to smell death. They're not, so
true.
If there's no dead, persons there, they are not going to alert. If they didn't alert, maybe that's a good thing. Very good.
Jazzy, our point, I'm not seeing a hit. You know, what do you mean professional hit? Professional that took them meaning? Because I don't sense their past. So
No,
it is my so.
no.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of surprised, pleasantly, but yeah.
Yeah. So now where are we going here, guys? Try to clarify everything before we get.
So there's going to be. I think that this will get. This is. I think they're going to. These people will be caught. I do. It might take a little while, but I get a feeling they're going like.
Yeah, I'm kind of sensing maybe 3 more months yet
Mm-hmm.
where it's figured out, but I'm getting the sign. You're getting. I'm getting temperance. You know, like they're in decent health. You know, not.
Yeah, I got nothing that. The only thing that it showed me was like they're confused. It's like what's going on. That kind of a feeling.
Yeah,
Like,
basically at that young, you're kind of like,
yeah, you're
okay,
just
the
like,
party's over, vacation's over. Now what? You know, they probably were just told, "Hey, we're going on a vacation," kind of thing. You know.
yeah.
Bouquet, Lady, Moon, Book, Start. Lenormand, almost the same as the first poll. Norman.
Oh, so she's getting the same cards again, and yep. So when we get a repetition,
Offer, woman, secrets, confused, whatever. Book, offer, stork. Stork would be life, right?
Stork is usually a tall person as well, but it can be changed. I thought, am I wrong?
Okay, thanks, Jazzy. I just didn't know what the question was, huh?
I feel that they are okay, Jazzy. I feel like they are being held because there's family concern.
Family. Stork be family. Okay, thank you.
Oh, good. That makes good sense. I didn't know that about the stork, but it makes sense. I think they are.
I mean, how could they, honestly, just thinking in your mind as a logical person, how could no one not know they lived in that place for 3 months? You know what I mean? If
Depends
you
on the
move to a place with a family,
yeah,
how can not?
be seen getting
Well,
in and out.
you have 4 other kids there too.
Yeah,
Wouldn't they be saying like, "Hey, you know, well, this isn't during COVID too.
yeah,
You know, you're probably locked in a little bit."
that's true. And it's just been winter. We're just in spring.
So in the winter, not well, September to December, is that really bad in Bakersfield? Is Bakersfield north?
Bakersfield is
Where
actually
is that?
further south of me, but it's central, more central. So it's going to be a little more chilly in the winter there,
Sure. Okay.
inland. It less temperate.
Yep. Thank you, Silver. Entertainment only. Living it up. I can't see anything about any reports about bio dads being talked to. But
I have.
someone emailed me or something and said one of the dads is looking and the other one hasn't done much.
That's interesting. What I want to check out is I got a hit on the child, the Orson. I believe somebody clarified for me is the June baby who is the Gemini. I think it could be somebody connected through that child, perhaps his father, because honestly, that's kind of what I'm getting. But who knows? Maybe he's working. Definitely, like what I'm getting is he's working with his family members, some key people to look after them. It is crazy.
All right. I wanted to clarify something, get the sense as if the adoptive parents were lying about anything. I'm going to try that.
Okay.
Get in their feelings. The few videos I watched, it seemed like they were
It was weird. I saw
concerned.
one.
They seemed concerned. You know, I mean, like it's really hard to lie, right?
Yeah.
And you know, on camera, too. God, I could never do it. I don't know
No.
how anyone could get away with anything and murder or whatever, and sit there and calmly lie and not be fidgety or look away or
You have to be a
they
narcissist.
look concerned from the video.
Yeah.
They up and moved in the middle of the night. Grandma only took the 4 olders, not the babies. Dancing Queen says. But then they left the boys.
Went missing and went back to the first place and then returned.
That confuses me more. Okay. Where the adoptive parents, what are the names again? Jacqueline and Terrell West
Rizzo, yeah.
lying in their interviews into the police. I don't think so. I'm trying to reduce any ego, what I just said and thought.
You're right.
I don't sense they were lying.
I get the 2 of Cups and the 5 of
The
Wands.
gang ties adopted dads and the Crips could have gang ties.
And the Chariot. Something about. I think there's been some kind of argument though. Probably this is them being hassled.
Them talking. There's some illusion delusion.
Mm-hmm.
3 of Cups, your partnership. There's some celebration. There's some unity there. There's a crossroads, the 2 of Swords. Then here comes a woman again.
And I too get a card of them being worried.
And then movement, actions, loving, safe, and holding on tight. So I did have the illusions with the movement and actions. Right next to the 3 of Cups is a unity. Kind of like 2 unity cards together. Toasting cups. I mean, everything seems cool, but I do have a holding on to something, like maybe they didn't tell everything.
That's what I sense.
Because everything looks pretty kosher with the actions and what they said, and the investigator, Queen of Swords, whatever, and the Knight of Wands is feeling like what they would have said, but I have unity here.
Uh-huh.
Then I had the other 2 of 7 of Cups and 4 of Pentacles. So illusion delusions is holding on tight to your scenario.
Right.
So there might be something they didn't say.
I think I'm going to ask what it is they're holding back.
This just gets deeper.
Yeah,
it just gets deeper. No pun. We're talking about Trump.
Yeah, they do. Look, here comes the High Priestess. I'm asking, what are they holding back? They're holding back that other people are I don't know. There's other people involved. There's something about other people that this is more people involved. I don't know what that is. Maybe they're not telling everything.
It's like they told the scenario, which was truthful, but didn't say everything, so it didn't feel like lying.
Yeah.
That's what it feels. Oh, I want blurry. I'm going to switch cameras.
I did.
Every time I get energy, I swear I get blurry.
Uh-oh. There we go.
My webcam seems to get blurry when I have spirit energy around and when I'm thinking too much. It's really weird.
You're affecting the electronics.
Yeah, I do. You know, sometimes my cell phone gets funky too, and
I can't wear watches.
like my work truck. I drive a refrigerator truck and for work, and it's got the digital temperature thing up there, and you need to turn it on and off or make adjustments sometimes. Every once in a while, and no one else has any problems, it'll just throw codes where I have to reset it. Every once in a while, especially when I'm thinking about things, or sometimes I'll do channelings or something in the truck, and sure enough, the thing trips codes. It's like, what the heck? And one week it happened in different trucks multiple times. One day it did it 6 times, another day it did it 4 times. I kept having to reset it. Mm-hmm. I got back to the shop and I asked one of the managers, like, is anyone else having problems with their reefers? You know, it keeps throwing codes. I couldn't get it to work. luckily, fun one day I just gave up, and he's like, well, that's weird. This guy used that truck yesterday and it had no problems. I'm like, and then after those 2 days, everything worked fine.
Of course.
So yeah, I affect electronics.
They're going to put a lead blanket on you when you get in the Here you go, Scott.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interfering with
this is
our signals.
right. This is getting really weird trying to.
I think that there are some secrets that they're holding back. Definitely.
Clarify with Norman. Yeah, JLo, you need to. Oh, crazy close. You need to clarify what your Norman means, because I'm kind of lost on the Norman too. Child scythe, okay. Child cut. Tree is growth. Bear, it would be what?
Strength, fierce.
Like strength or domineering man.
Yeah, it can be like aggression.
Aggression.
It can be. It is somebody that's acting with strength. I know that. And oops, where did her thing go? Okay. Oh, the scythe is.
The scythe is like a cut, an ending, kind of like a tower moment, I think, isn't it?
Well, kind of, but it's like once you do something, you cannot change it. So you're
Okay.
gonna have
the thumbs up. Okay, thank you.
significant results. Where did she say?
Early top row kipper, change, unexpected income.
And the man,
house, main male, female. Shirley's getting a female. High honor, family room. Got family again. Courts, marriage. Message of concern. I got concerned too.
Yeah, I got concerned. I feel like that one of the family of.
Thank you, Connie. Pray.
Was concerned about the welfare of these children being adopted.
Yeah.
I think that they maybe didn't want them to be adopted.
I sense a return, a good thing. It'd be okay, but it's just getting to me. I can't grab what actually happened.
Yeah, I think that it's going to be really. I mean, I'll keep trying, but I think it's going to be really difficult, perhaps due to the complexity of what was done. I do think this was a somewhat orchestrated thing. That's what I'm being shown by more than one person. It's a small group of people that are family, that are.
It's someone connected. I mean, I got the DNA card. I got the family card numerous times.
I get the father card, and I've gotten a.
I mean, it's a male card because it's not someone closely connected, because the fathers, their bio dads are not together, or they're not really in their life, so that
right
to me, and what I asked for and got in the past, that would be a King of Cups. The King of Cups figure would be probably the adoptive dad, the main caregiver,
Could be.
But we're getting other kings, other male figures. We're talking the one time I got a King of Swords, and most of the time it was King of Wands. So you're talking someone, energetically away from them.
Yes.
And crafty. So Terry's asking if the adoptive parents sell the boys.
I don't.
I hear no.
And I didn't get any cards that showed me like a flush of money or anything coming up like that. I'm just getting it's family, and it's a family that's working together, that they're concerned for the well-being of this child.
All right. Let's throw quick. God, it's been 2 hours already, Maija.
I know.
I mean, we talked quite a bit more. I mean, lovingly and great about the first topic, which was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved it. And but this clarifying on this is, we always want to get a resolve, right? We don't want to leave things hanging. So let's get our energy on the throat of what the adoptive parents might be lying about, what they didn't say, because we kind of both felt something like that they didn't tell the whole truth.
Absolutely.
I think it feels like what they reported was truth, but they're holding back. So let's see
That's
what.
what I thought. I think they're scared. I kind of get a fearful feeling or a worried feeling. And I did get the 9 of Swords for them. That did just come
That's
up.
anxieties. So
Yeah, they're anxious about something. And they got the High Priestess. So there's something that's being withheld. That they're just not,
this could be some secrets there. Yeah.
there's some secrets that they have. I'm gonna see what are those secrets pertaining to? What are the secrets pertaining to? Okay, let me see. Well, this is the card that I'm getting for one of the boys. Again, the Gemini. And there's the 2 of Cups. And I feel like that's both of the boys there. And I got the King of Wands again.
Doesn't that suck? Well, I think the officers would figure out if the adoptive parents had unexpected money, unless it was cash.
Yeah.
Unexpected money. Okay, I got it. What are they hiding? I got the Star, an offer with the Page of Cups, a crossroads,
I'm wondering
the
if one
imprisonment card,
decided to take him didn't get
brilliance, lovers.
a better financial situation or some kind of money.
I'm not getting money.
And I get it through maybe a loss. Maybe inheritance.
They're just not.
Eh,
The cards ain't gonna give me what I want to know.
No. I think that's not maybe that will come out, but I think the main message is that eventually I think they will down the road be returned. I don't feel like they are deceased. I don't. And I feel like the cards have repeatedly shown us that it's a family and they are a small group of them or collection of them are working together.
None of the throws I got came up with like the 6 of Coins would be assistance of money, or 3 of Coins would be gaining of money. I got the 4 of Pentacles a lot, which is holding on tight to your money, or holding on tight to your family, or you're holding tight to it. You ain't letting go.
And I got that card come up for them as well. I remember that. It was like it made me feel just exactly what you say. The wanting to protect, the wanting to hold and keep safe.
Right, Sherry. That's another thing that made sense. The only thing I could think of was, well, it is COVID and they're all trapped in, but I think the kids would flop if the investigators even looked at the kids and say, where's your, and if they even said, well, they never came to our house when they moved, they would tell. No way you're not going to lie there. So it's like they know something, but they're just to say.
Yeah.
They're trapped, but I just can't pick out what it is. I don't get guilty cards from them though.
No.
It's like they know something, maybe they're worried, but I don't see guilt. I just don't see it. I mean, I always, I'm trying to go with the comments, we're trying to clarify, and nothing really pops out that says, no, that's a right question. That's. So I think the biggest thing of this is that I think it will be shown and that these kids will be found safe. Like maybe they finally just give up. Well, we can't just keep these kids forever.
That's what I think they're going to do.
It kind of feels like, like we can't
just on the run.
Someone comes to their senses and like, we can't hide these boys forever.
Right.
Because I don't sense they're, like being trafficked or, and a horrible person.
No,
they're kind of
kept saying family, family, family.
Yeah, it always said family, and then one time it was like something about someone. The 10 of Pentacles came up, and that's Now,
That's always,
looking at it, that's DNA, that's family also.
yeah.
You know, I wasn't asking about money in the situation, but the way it dropped made me sense DNA family more so than gaining money.
The other card surrounding it will let you know.
Right.
And
That's
just,
always important too when I toss, no matter what. You know, you may get a death card, but if you got this card around it, that's just a change to your situation.
yeah, it's just like a radical,
Not death, you know, and
not like a physical, literal death.
maybe sold to a childless couple who wanted boys. All right. I'm going to ask again if they were sold to a couple that wanted boys.
Okay.
What the heck?
Yeah, why not?
Nothing came up with the adoptive parents getting money for me. But let's see. Where are the boys? Orson and Orson West. My guides are telling me now they weren't sold. But we'll see what the cards have to say. So surround the boys with light. Send them love. They'll be safe and returned.
I'm just getting that somebody was wanting to make sure that they were protected. Again, I keep getting a defensive,
Defending.
defending and protecting. Like also
There he
this
is.
sense of like,
No, I'm not getting money. I'm getting the same thing.
yeah,
That they were moved to be in a better situation. Someone took actions, but it's secret.
yep,
They felt like they were whoever did this. I'm not getting that male figure this time, but it feels like they thought they needed to defend the territory of the boys.
that's exactly what I get. And I think that they thought that this was in the boys' best interest, and they felt like this is something they had to do. They may not be seeing things 100%. I don't know, but
Again, I pull the next two cards say nothing different either.
no, look, I got the 8 of Cups and family with the 10 of Pentacles.
You know, I mean, we can't we can't throw anymore and get anything different. It just is not
Nope.
coming up.
And look, here's the 4 of Pentacles, Scott. It's coming back up again. I did get the Queen of Pentacles. She has them. Grandma has them, or something like you said. Look, there's the card that you pulled.
Yeah,
Oops, sorry.
we've tried it numerous times to try the Quipper. Someone, I think JLo was throwing the Lenormand. We're all on the same page here.
And I have used it 2 different tarot decks.
Shirley threw on her Kipper. She says 4 different women. Yeah, I had one throw. I can't remember what I was clarifying, but I had a lot of people in that throw.
Yeah, I think it's a family affair, so to speak. That it's family that's
Like Danny Shea said, the cards never lie.
they don't. They don't.
No, I mean, especially when you clarify and clarify and clarify and you get the same thing.
And yeah, and then I'm getting your cards. You're getting my cards.
Yeah. And like I said, in all these throws, I never got any card of money. Not once. The only ones that were dominant were that 4 of coins, holding on tight to the situation, keeping them safe, keeping them, and a lot of movement cards. I got the
It kind of
chariot.
reminds me of like the father penguin like sits on the nest. You know, there's kind of that protectiveness of somebody having that. Those are my kids, or that's my child. I definitely feel that.
But I don't know, it just feels like whoever did it or whoever wanted this movement of the boys was delusional.
Yeah.
I'm sensing that delusional stuff too.
Yeah.
Shirley has money both times. Well, Shirley, hi Patricia. Like I said, and Maija said too, when you're tossing your cards, it depends where they're at too. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't see, okay, the 10 of Pentacles and this and the Ace of Pentacles, getting money for something, and then say, there's the coins. I really believe you need to look where the cards are to describe the scenario.
Yeah,
And
that's
however you throw them, however you standardly throw out your spreads, to clarify or a full spread, where the cards land means a lot. It could be a past situation or a hope situation rather than a current or whatever. And I searched for it. How many times did we try? I mean,
I've lost
I
count.
think I threw 6, 7 different throws. I never got a card that associates getting money for them or gaining money from these cards moving.
Yeah,
It could be actually a reverse, scenario. It could be a reverse card. I never reverse. I just energetically feel like, oh, okay, this doesn't feel right. Then I'll
same.
know if it's supposed to be the other way.
Yeah, I do the same with reversals. I just
You're welcome, Jazzy. Hey, Sterling, thank you. Yeah, we don't want to take a guy's time all night, but we love that you came, and I hope other people see Maija in her groove here.
yay.
Yay! Hey,
Thank
y'all, I'm here.
I'll come and pester you now next time. Now I know how simple this is.
They just
I got his phone number too.
income for 4 kids. Crossing state lines is kidnapping. Well, very true.
It's a felony, and that's probably why they
We
really
were just looking if they're going to be safe and come back, that kind of thing.
on the down low. I think that they will be. It might be a little while yet, though, before that happens. We do see that happening down the road.
I'm thinking someone had to put some money together to do this.
Yes,
Oh.
I think that this was planned.
I did have 8 of Pentacles a few times, which is creation of money. Or did you have the 7 of Pentacles? I think I got that once or twice. That's creating money.
And the 3
people. But I got the 7 and 8. Right. I got the 7 and 8. That's the 8 is creation of money. So that could be plucking money together. That could be. But yeah, as far as gaining money from the situation, no, I'm not seeing that at all.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian.
Thank you so much, Ian. I really appreciate that.
You just subscribed after the Gates video. Well, who couldn't after that video?
Oh, yeah. We all do that. We all get that face. It's like, oh, the Matt Gates readings. Oh, my God.
Oh, almost all the GOP readings are kind of like, go brush your teeth out and,
yeah, exactly. Gargle and like,
leave me alone. Archangel Michael, take this crap away from me.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Seriously, I do the sound bath and all the gongs and everything afterward. I am not kidding you. Those guys really have heavy, nasty energy.
Well, if any, Dancing Queen, they had 140,000 out of nowhere, I heard. Well, if any kind of money comes in the situation, if this is true,
I did see some money. Like it came through out of an inheritance, actually. So I wonder if that large amount might, in my reading, be picking up on that. Maybe there is an inheritance or a loan they were given. I'm not sure.
I didn't get it. I never got a 6 of Pentacles loan card.
I didn't. When I get
and I never got the 3 of Pentacles, which is my document card.
Oh, yes.
Which would be getting something or signing a loan or something. I didn't get any loans there. I didn't even.
No, I didn't get, like, there should be paper document card, like you said, formality card.
The only thing that came out a lot, like I said, was the 4 of coins, and that's holding on tight to your situation.
And that to me felt very personal. That didn't feel like a transaction of any kind. Of like,
right, that didn't either. Right,
yeah.
Same here. I didn't feel like
family, as you said, blood, genetics, connection, people not wanting these, feeling afraid for the child, and maybe not having necessarily reason exactly to. Maybe they do, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. After I'm done here, I think I'm gonna go back and look at the step parents video of their, and just try to read their, read their body language and everything.
I will be looking at it too. I
And
have to.
just to see if I'm correct. I mean, I watched it briefly because I'm not. I didn't want to study the case. I didn't study the case completely or anything. Just wanted to get the basics and then try to get into it. But
that's what I do.
I go back and look at they just bought the house. When I looked it up, their name's not on the house, but the seller said they paid in full.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Most people do not pay.
Probably are following it up. No way. Yeah, I don't think there's been an update. Well, the last thing I seen was like a month ago or a month and a half.
And I looked last night. I was looking last night. There wasn't. I thought, wow, nothing's kind of.
The last article I seen was March something. March. Yeah.
Yep, it was March. That's what I saw.
But yeah, I think I want to go watch the step parents talking and the reporter. Because the first time I looked, I just watched it and that was it, and I'm just like, well, it don't look like they're lying. I didn't really pay attention twice, but like you said, you look at body language and what they're doing. If they're looking down or
making eye contact,
fidget. If you see that, if they're fidgeting with their fingers or going.
I'm pretty good at smelling a liar.
But everything looks normal, it's like, oh my God, takes a good liar. Real liar, so.
And I think part of the reason this is so successful, because other people are there. There's more than one person involved. There's a small core group of people making sure with where these kids are cared for, I think, and kept hidden. I really feel like the kids are kept hidden.
Yeah, I was getting the hermit too, and it definitely just feels like it.
Like they're hidden.
They're not real. I don't feel like they're let out to play.
No, that's exactly it. I feel like they don't want eyes on them. They don't want the public's eyes on them, and they're just trying to keep them. I mean, and think all you got to do is put a mask on a little kid.
Oh, true.
And you could be out at the grocery store, nobody would know that's the little one that's on the telly.
Right. It's like that was brought up too with 4 other kids in the house. You'd think that would get out. I'm like, there would have to see some serious control. I mean, if the police would, talk to them, they'd definitely know something was up if a child would be lying. They're not proven liars. You have your own kid in your house and running on and did you just do that? No, I didn't do that. You're lying, So I don't know. Everything feels really suspicious, but it does feel like they're hiding something or didn't say the truth. So,
I feel like there's an omission, that there is something they're holding back, and I think they're holding it back out of fear. It's just a gut feeling that I get. They're afraid to. Maybe they're afraid how something might make them look, but I do feel like they're withholding something.
Right. Well, when things work out, I'd love to do this again with you if you would like.
That would be great. I usually have my Saturdays open. I usually do like a member reading that I was supposed to do last night, but I had so much crazy stuff going on in my house. I couldn't do it last night. It's like everybody's life has been like bananas, like, ah! And then it's like, okay, it's like, so when you were running late, and I was like, it's cool, man. I got you, brother. I know it's like.
Yeah, I get up today and I was trying to get moving with everything, and I had a lovely reading with someone today, and then we ended up just talking for hours longer. And then all of a sudden my mother, well, actually I was late for her for a little bit because future mother-in-law wanted me to get the snow blower put away and the lawnmower put out because she wanted to mow lawn. I'm like, oh, I gotta do that yet. It's like
a honey-do list.
Yeah, I had a honey-do list, but it's like tonight we were hoping to do an hour and a half, and we're at 2 and 3, 2.5.
Yeah, my bladder's about ready to say, you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, girlfriend, you got to get moving.
Yeah, I will definitely. And I'll have you come over on my channel too. That'd be fun.
Good, yeah.
Now I know how easy this is, especially I love that StreamYard makes it like the
Yeah.
other one I was doing was more complicated. I had all these different buttons, and it's just like, shoot.
Yeah, I just got used to StreamYard and it's
I'm
easier.
gonna stick with this one.
I can't I hate Zoom. I don't know. I always lose it. It's like I tried to set it up and all of a sudden like where to go.
I ham hit it, and I've hit the wrong button, and now I've muted something, or I've hit
Yeah.
off my camera, and I just it's like I'm not normally this electronically stupid. I just really don't like Zoom.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like having an iPhone compared to Android.
Oh, I have Android.
Well, I have Android. I don't. It's like when you text me, I know someone who has Android because I see it says red.
Yeah, and it's like cool.
But if I text someone that I don't have that,
This is delivered.
the other function. But it's like with it. But I think the Android or iPhone has that function too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It was
they
just
have.
like mobile. I thought it was just through my server because my daughter and I just thought it was like, oh, you can read mine because we're on the same server.
No, it happened. I think it just a new part of the texting or something. It just started up like last year, I think, or
Yeah, it did. I noticed that with my daughters, and I thought, cool, I can tell when she's seen this now. I know when she's seen
right.
it.
I'm like, okay, cool, they've seen this.
Yeah.
But when my Nancy, they all got iPhones because it's like, whatever.
Some people really, it's a thing.
Right.
I'm happy with my Android.
But my daughter's got iPhones, but they have this, the tracking thing, but you can turn it off.
Right, the GPS
The
tracking.
GPS. I mean, when you have iPhones, you can tell exactly where a person is if you're connected and you want. But they always have to turn it off. I'm like, well, that's a little invasive, I think. But
I saw that. We can do that too with our Android device, but I don't want that. I don't want, unless like I was like really scared. I don't know. People always know where I am too much as it is.
Right.
I'm trying to find a closet just for a couple hours so nobody. That's what the bathroom is for, I guess, right?
So yeah, we better get moving. You need to take a potty. I haven't eaten in there yet either, so I get moving myself. But bless you, Maija. It's been great. I had fun.
Thank you.
Love and light to everyone that joined us.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for your time and your questions and your presence. And thank you.
Everyone is so helpful trying to dig into this case too. And
yes, and thank
pray
you
for those boys that they're going to be safe.
I believe so too. All right.
Good night, everyone, and blessings.
Good night.